How much does it cost to start dropshipping? Hey, what's up guys? It's Brendan here. Today we're going to be going over the exact cost that you guys need to know for starting Shopify dropshipping. I get this question very commonly all the time. How much money do I need to get started? What's the investment level? Like, how much money do I need to get going with starting out on Shopify dropshipping? So without further ado guys, today we're going to be breaking that down exactly step by step, what all the costs are and what I would suggest the amount that you guys need to really get started with this. Alrighty guys, so we're hopping into the computer so I can show you step by step how much it costs to get started. So the first thing you need to understand is that you have to get Shopify. Of course, that's the e-commerce platform, and to get Shopify for dropshipping, I do have a 2-week free trial. That's what you can get started with, at least for the beginning, to get your store started. But then after that 2 weeks is up, when you actually want to start selling, then you need to upgrade to the $29 a month plan. So that is what you need, at least just for Shopify alone, to host your store so that you can have your website all set up for you. Shopify does that, okay? It's a very easy platform to create your website if you're unfamiliar with that. But, that's how you create your storefront, is on Shopify. You get the 2-week trial, which I also have a link for that down in the description box below, so you can get you guys signed up with that. But then you upgrade to the $29 a month plan, and so that's the first cost that you have there, and that's recurring every month. Like I said before, in order to start selling, you need to have the actual plan. On the 2-week trial, you can only create your store. You can't actually start selling anything on that, just to keep that in mind for you guys that are just getting started. But once you already have that set up, okay, you already have the Shopify plan, the next thing you have to consider is your branding, okay? How are you going to be doing your logo, your imaging, all that kind of stuff? So the logo, luckily, is actually free if you do it on logomaker.com. I have a tutorial on the channel going over how to create a logo if you just search for that. But you can create a logo on logomaker.com for free, as long as you just download the free PNG of it or whatnot. And so you can utilize that for your Shopify store. Another option I've seen some people do is use Fiverr, and you could pay someone like $20 to create a logo for you. If you're not too experienced with logo design, what makes things look nice, you could just pay someone to do it as well. If you want to go that route. A lot of people like to save money on this aspect, so you can just make one for free on Logo Maker, and you could create a pretty decent one on there. That's where I've created my logos, as well as Photoshop and stuff like that. Which brings us into the next point here, images. So how much does it cost to get your images and all that kind of stuff? So it's actually pretty much free as well. This is like the whole branding aspect. Some of this stuff you can either choose to pay for it, or you could try and do it for free. It really just depends on your experience level with graphic design. In terms of creating your ads and images and stuff like that, for a free platform, I recommend Canva for a lot of people because it's very easy to navigate, especially for people that aren't familiar with Photoshop. Pixlr, that I have shown right here, Pixlr, that's pretty much a free online version of Photoshop. If you guys don't have Photoshop, you can actually get Photoshop for free online, but let's just say it's not exactly the easiest thing to obtain. So for a lot of you guys who aren't super tech savvy, Canva and Pixlr are probably your best bets. Even Canva is probably easier than Pixlr to at least work with in the beginning. But if you guys are familiar with graphic design stuff, definitely recommend utilizing Photoshop, of course, for your branding and imaging and all that. And the next thing, this is probably where you're going to be spending the bulk of your money at, okay? This is like the thing that costs the most for everybody, is your marketing and advertising, okay? So there's Instagram influencers, which I've talked a lot about on the channel before with how much they cost. Start small, all right? This is something a lot of people mess up with their marketing and their spending is, I've talked to multiple different people that have blown through like $1,000 right in the beginning, just, oh, let me just throw it on this huge page and expect it to work. It's not going to instantly work if you don't have any proven track record with that product or what your marketing strategy is. Start small on small pages, work your way up. If you start with a massive page, like million+ followers, one, it's going to be super expensive for you, and two, you don't even have any proof to show that the product actually even works. So that's just like a big issue I see some people making the mistake of. They want to just like jump right into it, and they just throw stuff at the wall, and then it's like, yo, you just wasted like a ton of money for no reason. So be careful with Instagram influencers. Don't spend too much money. Just start small and work your way up, okay? Scale it properly. All right, so when I say start small, I'd say probably like 100,000, 200,000 follower pages and maybe like a $10 to $20 shout out, okay? That's the where you can get started with testing different products, throwing them on influencer pages like niche pages or personal brand pages, stuff like that. That's what you start with Instagram influencers. Then you can scale into Facebook ads. Facebook ads are also kind of pricey. I've seen a lot of people, I myself even, blew through like a few $100s into Facebook ads right at the beginning when I had no idea what I was doing for the first few months. So be careful there with Facebook ads, know what you're doing, and I know that's hard to say, but you know, get the right kind of training or something that you know what you're doing with Facebook ads, okay? I recommend Instagram influencers because they're easier to understand in the beginning. Then you can scale into Facebook ads later because it's a little bit more advanced, complex for a lot of people. But if you already are familiar with Facebook ads, obviously jump into it. But it's just going to cost you probably a bit more than influencers depending on what you're doing on there, because Facebook ads are constantly burning money as they're running, and if you're not creating a profit, you're just constantly burning money. So you have to like really monitor them and make sure that they're actually profitable and worthwhile running. So the overall grand total here, which I'm going to be explaining a bit, is $250 to $1,400, okay? So this is like a decent average range for a lot of people to get started with their store, to have enough time to be like testing the waters out with different products, doing their marketing and all that kind of stuff. I mean, $250 is probably on the low end. I'd probably recommend you have more around like the $700 to $1,000 range. $1,400 is on the higher side, but anywhere around, you know, $700 to $1,000 is probably the good sweet spot, around $750, because with people getting started and stuff like that, you can't just start this out for free for nothing, because doing the whole like SEO route, the real long-term route like that with blog posts is really good for your store, which I've talked a lot about with free traffic instead of doing, you know, Instagram influencers, Facebook ads, but that's going to take a long time. And a lot of people want like quicker results, right? So you got to go with the influencers, and that's going to cost you more money up front. So this business model in comparison to others, I mean, dropshipping in comparison to like Amazon FBA, I mean, Amazon FBA, you have to invest in the products. With dropshipping, Shopify, you don't. You don't have to invest in the products up front. You just get started with your store, you create the brand, you create your marketing campaigns, the trendy products, or whatever type of products you're trying to promote, okay, based on what you found in your research. It does not cost you anywhere near as much as any other business model. That's what's so great about this, is it has such a low startup cost. While there is a startup cost here, which I said right here, the suggestion, I mean, it's still relatively low in comparison to a lot of other online businesses in terms of your, you know, everything that you put into it, okay? It's a lot less. So be thankful for that, at least with starting out with this. It's just a very nice business model that not very many other business models really can compete with that, with how quick you can start getting good results if you have the right product and the right setup on your store. So I hope this video helped you guys out. Be sure to check out the links in the description box below as well. I created the free Facebook mastermind group, so definitely go ahead and get in there. I know a lot of you guys in the live stream were asking for it yesterday, so I went ahead and made it. Be sure to also leave a like on this video if it got you any kind of value, trying to help you guys out with these videos. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. Hit the notification bell as well so you get notified for future videos, uploads, and all that good stuff. But anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.